All right, guys, here we go with a two-part episode on some paranormal and alien stuff going on. Here is part one. Get ready for some current events and just a little bit of alien shit. We got some more coming up for you later.
This podcast contains explicit language and is intended for adult audiences. The views and opinions of Gentlemen No Class are strictly for comedic purposes and should not be taken literally. For instance, like this disclaimer. Now grab yourself a pint and enjoy.
Welcome to Gentlemen No Class, a podcast that when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. We all turn pro here, and a couple more beers in. I am Jake.
I'm Raph.
Fucking Paul.
And I'm Rob.
And like it or not, gentle ladies and gentlemen, we are the host of this shitty podcast we call Gentlemen No Class.
According to Billy of Scary Dad Podcast, he mentioned us in one of his podcasts. And he called us the gentleman with no class.
Gentlemen.
Everybody's gonna take their fucking spin on it.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know that he did it on purpose.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he may have thought that was really our name. Was gentleman with no class.
No, I know. It's just
Gentlemen with no class. Nice.
Yeah, I get it.
Not only that, when we interviewed at Comicpalooza, when we Rob interviewed Joel Adams, I had him sign one of his pieces of artwork, and he wrote it "Gentleman" with an A. Gentleman, no
fuck,
class.
That's right, he did.
So yeah, it's construed.
Well, that's that. Well, I mean, he was confused because that's what they listed us as in the official flyer. So
he did. And it true. Yeah,
no, but
true.
then again, since he signed it to you, I mean, you are a gentleman of the No Class group.
But I gave him the flyer.
Yeah, I consider myself a joke.
I gave him a flyer. Like this is how you spell it, sir. It's okay, Joel.
Hey, you fucked. Do it again.
We're 2 weeks removed from our big Comicpalooza, podcast that we did and all the content we did. We had a really great time out there. We had some really cool stuff happen. Met a lot of the cool new podcasters. Hopefully we're going to be reaching out to them and doing some cool collaboration stuff.
Oh yeah.
Soon. All those people were just super cool.
Yeah, they were.
They were giving us lots of good advice, and I got a lot of ideas for stuff that we could do for future shows. It was just a wealth of knowledge, and we got to do all kinds of great stuff. We had interviews with that guy that wrote that book. Y'all interviewed a seaman on the poop deck.
Francois.
Yes. I should have told him.
Yeah.
I should have told him. Could you please exit this interview with it's a good fucking burger.
Oh, you should have said that. Which I'm gonna throw that on YouTube.
Francis.
I have that interview.
There's the video of Raph and the Walton Goggins Q&A.
Yeah.
What did you yell out at him?
This is my house, motherfucker.
What did the people around you say when you did that?
I don't think they noticed.
They didn't really notice, man.
You know what's funny is that you told me about Vice Principals, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen
Which
it,
is a
and
quote
then I Googled it, and it's like he goes, "That's a shithole of a house." So like, this is my house. Well, that's where it comes from.
That's how the scene is set up. He's driving with Danny McBride's character, and they're on a mission to go fuck with somebody else.
Coming up for you later.
But Watson Goggins' character, he tells him to go to this house, and he's like, "This is Belinda's house." It's like, man, it's a shithole. And then that's when he turns to him, and he's like, "Man, this is my house, motherfucker!" And the whole scene just gets weirder because he walks in, and some Korean lady comes out just yelling at him. It's a fucking funny.
So that's Vice Principals. What does it come on? Is it on HBO?
It's on HBO, and it's only 2 seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they ended it off at 2 seasons.
Nice.
They didn't want to keep going.
Well, but we had a theory also that Walter Goggins is going to be taken out by
Walton Goggins. Yeah.
Finger guns. Can't see this.
That's fine.
Definitely double finger guns at Paul right there.
That's cool. You helped me out. I needed that. He got threatened. And what did he say?
What's it called? Yeah, we're just fucking around and fucking something about a speedy ninja lord fucking jump trying to do a jump kick at him, and he's fucking just Walton just like sidesteps. He's like, well, fuck Houston, and he just takes off from there.
Like this is what should have happened at Comicpalooza.
Yeah, exactly. What should have happened.
I got you. Lost me there.
Yeah, you lost me too. I was like, why the fuck is he filming in Houston?
There's this,
Forgot
signing
about
autographs.
that part.
Yeah,
when he was signing autographs.
He signs autographs. He signs Walton, and then he's like, fuck Houston. Doesn't he put his last name? Or he writes fuck Houston. That'd be great.
To Jake, fuck Houston.
But we had a good time out at Comicpalooza. I thought it was really cool that they retweeted and reposted our recap video, our compilation video.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll get us a little grease on the wheels to get some some more extra passes or something into something next year. Maybe we can host a panel, or they'll let us like go fucking guerrilla style in the whole Comicpalooza with like. with their permission on everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
maybe go to some dressing rooms.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
See them get dressed.
All of the
just me.
Apparently, all of the podcasters have said like the podcast panels and stuff like that have grown so much over the last few years. So, like it's going to have to be pushed into bigger rooms next year and stuff like that, because every single panel was the rooms were full.
Oh, nice.
And they put out a big blast every year about like if you want to host a panel, what do you want to host a panel about?
Right.
And that's why there's so many panels, because they have the whole George R. Brown, so they're just like
because when we inquired, we were past the deadline
about hosting a panel or something. Yeah,
and I did not know that there was a deadline on the panel.
Way to go,
I think that was Rob's doing actually.
This is a Rob.
That was not a Rob problem. I didn't even know what a Comicpalooza was.
What the hell is a Comicpalooza? That's funny. Nice.
All
right. So we're back off of Comicpalooza, back into
the real
current
world.
events, the real world. We're going to make a conscious effort to podcast more going forward and get these things out on a regular basis instead of an irregular basis. Yeah. But what's the ratio? So if Paul's half and y'all are two, like that's half, and then he's half of one. So we're like what does that make? Like 5/8 Mexican? Is that where we're at?
Oh, you're talking about race?
Yeah,
we're
like 5/8 Mexican, right?
So,
I thought you.
I guess that's what we were coming at here.
You know what I mean? So it's probably going to be late. Just
from my experience,
what's going to be late?
Mexicans are really on time, man. They're like
really,
yeah, they're on time, and unless dude. I used to party with some Mexicans, me being Mexican. I know Paul's pissed off because I'm saying Mexican. But, I mean, we would party like till late in the evening and then got to go work in 2 hours. But yet we still go to work.
Why? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Right? I mean, can we all agree? We'll still go to work.
Pound of Zima, go to work.
This is fucking, just this week. What was it?
Pop that
Wednesday.
high karate.
I didn't go to sleep till like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up in like 3 hours. Woke up in 3 hours.
Yeah. Had to wake up in like 3 minutes. Fuck it. Gone.
Anyhow.
Yeah, current events.
All right. Current events. What do we got? Who wants to go first?
I ran across a headline that As I Lay Dying is back in action.
Oh!
I know, right?
And why is that significant?
The front man, Tim Lambesis, was in jail. Or in prison. He wasn't in jail. He was in prison because to conspire of killing his wife via hitman. Hired a hitman, and he hired a undercover cop. And
so he hired a really shitty hitman.
I don't know. Was he on the Facebook Marketplace? I don't know where was he finding this shit at. You know?
He went to the black market. You know, like when I was a kid, I used to think that the black market was someplace you could actually go, and I'm like, how's it still business? Like, if they know, like, how do you run a business at the black market if everybody knows where to go to get?
No, but if I'm not mistaken, he found somebody at the gym.
That's what it was. It was at the gym. Yeah,
because he worked out a lot. He was on roids. He was on roids, and he was fucking. He happened one day to be at the gym, and he started talking to an undercover cop.
And,
that'll do it.
That'll do it. And what's crazy?
Roids.
It's mixed emotions from me personally. Because I used to. I mean, the first 2 albums of As I Lay Down was pretty good, but I kind of fell off. But they were still kind of one of the first bands that into that genre that really like got me going. And the fact that they're back at it. I don't care you try to kill your wife. Let's just cover that up, and we'll just look the other way. That's kind of hard, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, there's a market for them. I mean, they have a fan base. A lot of my friends posted stuff on Facebook, like, "Oh, this is good jams." I'm like, Well, okay.
Do you remember what he
Teach
Yeah,
your own,
dude.
teach your own,
Well, I
you know?
guess
It's surprising a lot.
if you
Yeah,
take the context of their lives out of it and just listen to their music, I mean,
yeah. That's the one guy I read too. Is like you separate the
How
the
do you
music
look
from
past the fact that
He tried to kill his wife.
Well,
exactly?
But see, there you go. So, okay,
Well,
so
see,
we
if I
have
didn't
Tim
know
Lupices.
that, like if I was a fan of As I Lie Dying and I
Uh-huh.
never even heard that, like it would never, like I would have just heard that the band was getting back together and I'd have been stoked.
yeah, I get you.
Okay, now here's another band, Lost Prophet. Now the lead singer.
Oh yeah, that
Lost
fucking guy.
Prophets,
Yeah, he didn't he rape a little kid or something, like 11
Yeah.
or 12-year-old.
conspired to conspired to
like a 1-year-old.
yeah, conspired to try to
yeah.
have sex with an infant or some shit
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
fucked up.
Anyhow,
Yeah,
if they
that's
got
true.
back
Dark.
together,
Yeah,
there's
okay.
no way you can push that. To
No,
side.
No, you're wrong.
No, that's
It just depends on the level of coolness and crime they did.
I know, right?
You know, honestly,
That's not cool.
Let's be real though. Let's be
Hiring
real.
a hitman
Let's be
to
real.
kill
kill
your
your
wife.
wife,
That's
that's
kind of cool.
That's
fucking
cool.
metal.
That's pretty
That's
fucking
fucking
metal. It's
cool.
exactly
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. There's this Norwegian death metal band that I think Paul knows, and
Yeah.
we saw this thing, this documentary where the singer I think killed himself, and then the band members wore their bones. You know,
I
so
thought
that's-
you're also talking about too, the other one that burned
Burn
churches.
churches, yeah.
Actually burned
yeah,
churches.
so that's pretty fucking metal.
that's pretty fucking metal. All right.
Yeah, actually, I think he did. No,
That's how we justify our fucking.
I think it was
it's
either
okay to
him
listen to them.
or somebody else like that too.
They're
that-
fucking metal.
It's like, you know what? Come to think of it, I'm an As I Lay Dying fan now. God damn it!
Yeah,
No.
contrast that helps, doesn't it?
It's not, it's
This
still,
is not so bad. The other guy trying to rape, you know.
it's
This guy didn't, so this is not so
Listen,
bad.
it's against my moral values, so I think I'll pass on them.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I'm not
just
going to
me.
hire
That's
a
just me.
hitman or anything like that.
You know,
I'm
just
not
get a
gonna be-
divorce, and
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna be
it's
friends
about
with
the
the
money.
fucking
He didn't want to
guy,
get a
so-
divorce because
Right.
she owned him pretty much. She was gonna get maybe half, maybe more than half.
Now
don't know.
I remember this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said you should just hire somebody to fuck her.
That's how you get it.
Unfaithful.
Yeah,
that's
Tell
how you
her
get a
unfaithful, and
divorce.
then she's out of your life.
Yeah, she's gone.
That's true, man.
I definitely remember we were around. There was peacocks.
Liar, liar style, you know?
Yeah, we were driving around. We were talking about that
I just-
story.
I just think that you got to put yourself in a position. If you're a rising artist in a band that's making it, actually sign, and you're going to get married, you need to figure out something and get a prenup or something before you proceed, because you just don't know where you're at, in life. You're young, and you could, the sky's the limit, and I just think that it's better to be safe than sorry, and that's the reason for you to try to kill your wife. It's a shitty reason, if you ask
Yeah,
me.
that's
It
a
is
pretty
a
shitty
shitty-
Well, yeah, that's pretty bad. I just I think I read other things too, like just according to him, he could be because he could, what's it called, like just not abuse from his wife, but
Yeah,
just-
there's two sides to every story. You never know. But I mean,
he was saying, I'm not saying it still justifies
Yeah,
him trying to do that.
yeah.
It wasn't just, I don't think about the money. It just, he just didn't, she couldn't stand her. And then I think because she couldn't stand him, or there's things could have been like a little exaggerated. And like,
at
you
one-
said like there's two sides of the story.
at one
just-
point in my life, I was in a pretty shitty situation, and I could see how crazy thoughts go into someone's head. Now, I'm not saying that ever happened to me, where
Yeah.
I want to kill somebody. No,
Well, you weren't on roids either.
I wasn't
so-
on roids either, and that plays a big factor to it too. You got to
I
look
think
at
it plays
that.
a bigger factor than people think that it does.
Yeah, the roids play a bigger factor, and that could. I'm not saying it's justifiable, but I mean, hey, he probably
if
wasn't
he-
at the current state of mind that he is in now, because if you see pictures of him, he doesn't
Yeah.
look as
I've heard like
strong
it's
as he
the,
used to, like bloated out. you know?
If he had something like mentally wrong with him before, and the steroids just enhances it.
Yeah,
obviously
exactly.
a lot
So
more.
look at
But
Chris Benoit.
he's-
the wrestler.
yeah.
He killed his whole family.
Oh, yeah.
And his kid. Like that's fucked up, man.
I don't think it gives you a mental illness. It just it just exposes it more or something, or certain things get more in more depth if you're already something, like they say if you're an asshole, you're more of an asshole, or
Right.
certain things like that. Like I remember seeing that one documentary, Bigger, Stronger, Faster.
Yeah.
I remember it's a good documentary. It's all steroids as they talk about. It's really good. It's
Yeah.
like you just don't get, or certain things don't happen like because of that. Like it just, like I said, it reveals it becomes more aggressive, whatever it is, and mentally, or just
Yeah, I can see that.
Valid
shit
point.
like that.
Valid point. Yep. I agree.
So,
If you want to listen
yeah,
to the
I mean-
music, go to www.asalaydying.com.
yeah, very nice.
Hey,
New music
so-
video.
Hey, Rob,
That's pretty
do
good.
you mind if I
What?
Get a beer.
I thought you wanted to chug
Use
a
your
dick.
words. Enunciate. Here.
Looked like you did the.
What do you want?
Miller,
Chug dick?
please?
No. Yeah. Typical. No.
We need
So
a-
what's up
a
in other
cooler.
current event news?
Other current event news.
Raph is our surprisingly enough. Raph is actually he brought in current event stories like written down.
He brought his notepad and he has a pen right now.
Super impressed.
And he-
Yeah, dude, I
like
did my
ultra
homework.
impressed.
He's
His
wearing his-
pants are all the way up to his waist.
Yeah,
too,
and he's wearing
ladies and
glasses.
gentlemen.
I am impressed.
The glasses.
So,
the
Rob,
glasses,
please
yeah.
beer this man.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah, you should be grateful that he's here.
On time.
Yeah.
On time.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it,
No, thanks
man.
to me, but yeah.
But
Thanks to me.
current events. I know
we
there's
got
a lot of
another
stuff going
event.
on.
There's so much going on at the moment.
Let's talk about Roseanne.
Yes, that's what I was going to bring up. Roseanne. So, for pretty sure everybody
I
knows
think everybody
what's going
knows
on.
that
Yeah.
she's been a bigot for her entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, she plays one on the show.
Exactly. Exactly.
You can't just tweet some bullshit like that out and have no repercussions about it. Now, I am surprised that ABC let that fucking arrow fly that fucking fast. But some other things that I was listening to about that is, one, they don't own that IP. They don't own the Roseanne IP. Carsey Warner owns that IP.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
So,
I didn't know that.
like, they don't get any money. The only money they get off of that is ad revenue. They don't get any money off of like syndication or
No shit.
any of
they're
that
just
stuff.
they're just kind of hosting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So them,
HostGator
yeah.
kind
So
of.
them being like, okay, she's shit canned. Well, you know what I mean. There was really no skin off of their back because I mean they lost some ad revenue, but they'll fill it. They'll fill that hole with something else.
Question. Do
yeah.
you think that shit would have happened in the 90s?
No. The political climate and
Social
well,
media.
yeah,
and
social
everybody,
media and
yeah.
everything
especially-
nowadays.
yeah.
Well, in the 90s, there was no such thing as Twitter, so no, I don't think it would have happened.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you-
there's I don't know. There's comedic
Well,
acts. You can do a stand-up joke, and people could take that
But
joke
yeah,
out of
but
context.
then-
Yeah,
She-
remember
but-
when
but-
Kramer
Yeah.
let Michael Richards?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a stupid ass.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drop N-bombs on our show. I don't want
I
people
know,
to
right?
You
think
have
that.
before, but it's okay.
I
Don't be
have
ashamed.
not. I have never said that word into a microphone.
No. Into a microphone.
It kind of doesn't feel right, but all right.
Yeah,
but go back
what's
to
it
no,
called?
Roseanne, baby.
yeah. Have you? What's her name?
Oh,
Jenna,
yeah, I
Have you?
forget what
Have
her
you?
name
Have you
is.
guys seen this? What this
The-
lady looks like? What Roseanne was talking about?
I have. Yeah.
Well, because I was just, I looked into this and I was just curious to see, like, okay, she said,
Was her
that she-
description accurate? Is that what you're
she,
wondering?
It's not just that.
Well, it's not just that because, like, I saw her. I saw a white lady.
No,
She does not look black at all.
She's half. She's half.
No, well,
she's half
if you wanna
white,
get-
half
if you wanna-
black.
if you want to get it real down to the science, like it says, like she's 46% black according to Ancestry. I looked it up. I was just
That's good. No,
That's black. That's mostly black. I mean,
Yeah.
I get. Okay, it's not over 50%, but still, I mean, there's nothing higher than that in her.
right, but I was just because I didn't. She just didn't look black, and she just looked white.
Well, that
and-
just makes the tweet even
she-
that much weirder.
Yeah,
so
'cause-
then Roseanne's excuse was she was on Ambien.
No,
Yes.
not that. Also, she also said too that she's like, well, I thought she was. She's like, I'm. Roseanne's like, she said she was Jewish, and she's like, I thought she was Jewish too, and that that's why she was saying like that's why she said it. I'm not saying I'm not defending her.
Oh, so
but
she's
that
saying
was
that
her,
she was just saying that as a comparison. She didn't know that she was black.
exactly. Yeah.
And making
Yeah.
a
The thing
comparison.
is, though, man, it's like you're on top of the world right now because your show just
Well,
Well,
this
relaunched.
show-
it's not even that. It's not even that. You know what my biggest problem with it is that all those other people on her show, she just royally fucked every single one of them
Yeah.
because they all lost the fucking
But see,
payday over that.
that's what I'm trying to say is that you're on top of the world, relaunching your show, and it's like you need to be more fucking responsible, man.
Now, ultra fucking Paul Jinky style. Did you see the Reddit
shit.
posts that were like, they need to recast Roseanne with Danny DeVito
Oh no,
and just not even
No,
mention
no.
it. Just not even mention it. Just next episode, Danny DeVito is Roseanne, and just not even mention it at all.
Damn,
I didn't hear that.
that would be
That's
great.
good.
I heard just
That
handing
would
the
be
show
fucking-
to
That'd be
John
fucking
Goodman.
awesome.
That would be great.
Or just have
man.
John Goodman play both parts. Yeah, I
Well,
saw
not
that.
on both parts, but no, just it's just like she died, or he was really the author and he killed her off.
Aha, tables have turned. right,
There
Roseanne.
we go, right?
Well, I mean,
way to save the
I mean,
show.
if ABC could pitch that at Carsey Warner and be like, hey, that's. I still think when they said that, like, cast Danny DeVito, just don't even mention it. Just cast Danny DeVito, put him in a wig. Oh my god,
Yeah.
That's
I
hilarious.
would laugh my balls off every time I watch that show.
Yeah.
I would. Oh god, that'd be so funny.
That's great. That's great, man.
So anyway, I don't think that would have happened in any other like context other than the context of the society that we're living in right now.
Well, I think in general, man.
But then again, I
Go ahead.
don't think that they should have shit canned her for that. She didn't say the N word.
Well, I mean-
she did
Okay,
make a racist
but
remark.
She's it's the inference, and you're talking about Disney here. You got to understand that ABC is owned by Disney.
Oh shit! I
Yes,
didn't know
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So
That goes to my Saturday morning cartoon.
you're
I said an
talking-
apology. No.
What's he?
No, she didn't even apologize.
She's like,
But then
I'm-
again, she blamed the
blamed
drugs.
the Ambien.
So
She
what
blamed the
happened? What
drugs.
happened? She stepped away. She's like, I'm stepping away from Twitter, and then like 13 hours later, she retweeted something. Like,
Yeah, she tweeted that. Like, she was all, like, I guess all fucked up on Ambien, I guess. I've never taken sleeping pills.
No, those are pretty bad. Yeah, they some
Ambiens
people claim
are-
that they
I've heard people
they done
like,
things in their sleep with no recollection. They don't even know they did it.
I think
I've heard that
driving,
people like
making food.
they'll take the Ambien and like people will force the high on themselves. They'll be like they'll force themselves to stay awake
Yeah,
past the and then it like
right.
just
But
gets you
these are
super
but
fucked up.
Listen.
but these are people just taking it as directed by their
Normal?
doctor, and this is happening.
see, this is
This is not abuse.
This podcast consists of 30-something-year-olds. Okay, and
Oh,
I think
shit,
that I think that if we were at a stature where Roseanne Barr was at, we would know. Maybe we should hire somebody that handles my social media because I drink and I'm gonna
Really?
spit some crazy shit.
Really? You think that adults would do that? Our president can't do that.
Well, I mean that's listen, man, no, good point, man. But I think that's the problem though. Everybody's attached to social media.
They need to
lay off that shit.
Everybody's they need to feed that dopamine. And
No.
it's like, no, I don't want to.
No. You're
dopamine's good though.
But
I don't
that's
have
exactly.
any
But that's
at all.
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's a need or a want for attention, and they're not scared to say whatever they think they want to say. Like it's okay to say in their own head
because they're on top of the world. They think,
But-
right?
Well, and not even that. I mean, some people do it. They don't care either
I
way.
guess you're right,
Look,
man.
You know what I mean?
Let me
I think it's.
I was gonna
I'm not going to
simplify
say
it.
it's a personality flaw, but it's a personality characteristic where. I mean, if you don't give a shit, you just don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
No, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
That is
Okay,
true.
I was gonna say it's if she.
But then John
let's-
John Goodman and everybody else needs to sue her ass. Then I think.
Let him finish.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say no. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure if like when Roseanne was thinking that she genuinely thought like she was actually white. So if she actually was white and she said exactly what she said and she was white, she would still have a job.
I agree.
Yeah.
She would still have a job.
It's the racial. the racial connotation
right.
of the comparison of
And
African
I'm
American
thinking like
person
because Jacob,
to
you're,
a monkey. Is
yeah,
basically,
you're asking like why, like you're on top of the world. Why would you do this? Blah blah blah. And but like you said in your head, it thinks it's all right, but she also thought she was white. So like if it's a white person saying something to another white person, nobody gives a shit. For the
That's-
most.
I get what you're saying.
But when
like
you
you
say
said-
something as rash, you bring in the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes. She probably thought it was funny at the point, but I think everybody's smart enough to think that could be construed as racism.
Well, maybe she's not. See, that's a big thing that people in this society in this country nowadays make a lot of assumptions that just because somebody's famous that they're smart.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah.
smart at all.
They
No.
forget that.
Yeah.
They forget that. Think about how dumb the average person is, and realize that half of everybody is dumber than that.
Right, no, and I get that. Yeah, absolutely.
That's
No, I get
fucking
it.
scary.
That's scary, right? I mean,
the president of the United
think
States
about that.
is the way he's. You should spend more time doing, president work than worrying about what my
media.
next tweet is. You
Yeah,
know.
the
Well,
media.
I don't think that he worries about what his next tweet is. I think he just flies from
And
the.
he
He
flies- I mean,
just
he's-
shoots from the hip.
The
It's
way,
whatever.
if I was in
He shoots from the hip.
his position, I'm like, I'm working for free. I don't need to be fucking president. I'm kind of working for free, right? So I mean, I can see why he's shooting at the hip.
Look, we're not going to get into a political discussion about. I really don't want to bring up politics, but I feel like that's
dragged
right,
on.
good
Yeah.
point.
You know what I mean?
Dragged on.
I don't. We're steering
I'm
off
sorry.
topic.
I'm sorry. This is pop.
We mass communicate.
Yeah.
I said we
This is Papa Rod talking about.
anyway, I mean that's
So
the sad fact of the matter is that she cost a lot of people their jobs.
Oh,
that is shitty. That
And,
is
and
shitty.
one of our favorite actors, John Goodman, was on that show.
Over the line.
And that's super fucked up. I mean, I don't disagree that he should. I don't know what their contract, like how they're
Right, if he
contractually
can
obligated.
even sue, I don't-
if
yeah.
he can, I mean, there are
He probably
probably
cannot
all
even.
kinds of protections written in there where like they didn't, pay them in advance for all these shows. I mean, they were, so I mean,
I really
But then-
feel shitty for the kid actors.
Yeah,
Actresses,
exactly.
I'm sorry, the kid actresses.
Exactly.
Because, like, dude, I'm up and coming on a fucking hit sitcom. That's
Yeah.
already, the ratings are already sky high.
well, but I mean, somebody's seen that and they'll cast him in something else. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all.
you would
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Who
I mean,
knows?
John Goodman's safe. He's always going to get roles.
Yeah, John Goodman's safe.
The
And
other
is
actors- the other
Sarah
actors-
Gilbert, she was doing good on The Big Bang Theory, and then
Yeah.
I mean, coming to this, I mean, she was maybe coming back to something, but
You know what they could do? They could just do a spinoff and have Jackie run the shit. 'Cause she's fucking hilarious. The sister.
Yeah.
She does the voice of the mom in Toy Story, all the Toy Story movies.
does she really?
She's Andy's mom.
No shit.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. No, interesting.
Yeah. All right, what's next on our current event list?
Something about Trump.
Okay.
Something about Trump.
We'll do a whole like hidden.
No,
we'll
I don't
do
wanna
a
do
whole
politics. You're right.
political
I would-
episode.
only if
With the mics
Ultra
off.
Clips here.
We'll do one night as
president,
like
goddammit.
as the lost episode.
Don't forget Poompas too.
Oh yeah, Poompa, fucking hell. We could bring Ray. Ray's the fucking Trump lover too. So fucking that's my president.
He's a
Yeah, he's a
He's
Trump,
a Trump lover.
That's my president. Don't you dare talk about him. I'm like, dude, I just
Wait
asked you
till
how
we
you
go
date.
back.
Well, he's also a Cowboy fan, and we're
Yeah.
going to bring that up when we have our Dallas
That's
and
a
Houston
bad
debate.
versus Houston
That
debate.
motherfucker's going to
Hey,
be on it.
on the another
Yeah.
subject that
I-
we have that's on current events. This one's a kind of a morbid one, if you want to say. It's about Kate Spade and Anthony
Bourdain.
Bourdain. Yeah. Now
They
these
keep
two.
fucking up.
these-
And right
That
on,
reminds me, we need to bring back Raph Reads the Classics.
Hey, no,
That was
listen,
a great
man.
segment.
Raph has his shit together.
I know he does have his shit together. It's okay.
You want him to go back to shit.
We'll shift.
you
gear-
want me to go back to fucking
No,
just,
no, no,
just
no.
not
No,
that
no,
like
no,
giving
no.
a shit? This is-
No. For all you guys that don't know, when we got our passes to Comicpalooza, they gave us press passes, and we took them for granted. We didn't know
Yes.
the power that we had
To
with
the
those
second
press
day.
passes
To the second day.
until halfway through the second day when we just
yeah.
walked into the Kristen Ritter Q&A in front of everybody else. We're like, oh, we got press passes. We're like,
No.
Yeah.
no,
Not
we
only
were-
once, he
Raph
did.
and I waited in line.
Me and Rob waited.
And then we sat by the door, and then these people kind of just pushed their way through and told the guy, hey, we have press passes, and they went and sat down.
Well, then again, you came up with the
and then
idea,
I went
yeah.
over to the guy, and I was like, hey, like, our buddy's, like, coming up in line. He's another member of our press group. Can we just go get him? He's like, yeah, he has press passes. He just told him to come to the front.
Yep.
And my jaw hit the floor. I was
Yeah,
like,
I know,
oh
man.
my God, all the shit that we missed.
I know.
We could have gotten so much cool. Next
Good
year.
thing it was
year.
early in the day though,
Yeah,
because
and we
what's
were
it called? We
so-
were able to get Tom Holland.
Well, we weren't able to get
I
Tom
was.
Holland.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
able to
But-
jump into Tom
but,
Holland
but
quick.
the one person that I would not have expected to get into the Tom Holland Q&A
Fucking
was Raph, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that one of us had the foresight to get into that. And my dumbass sweet talked the lady into letting me bring Raph a camera. Let me walk into the Q&A in front of a
front of
line
thousands of people.
thousands of people, not escorted, with the press pass, with a camera to take to Raph, and I left.
And there was two
I would've felt
seats.
proud.
And there was
Two
two seats
next to
right
me.
next to him. I
Right
could have
next
just
to me.
sat down.
I was looking at you and I was trying to give you the eyes, like, come on, come
You know
on.
what it is, though?
Just come on, sit down real
It's
quick.
because Rob is the only non-Mexican.
There's too much good in his heart.
Too much good in his heart. Purity.
He would have sat down in shame, like, oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck does that make me do? What would I do? I'm stuck in the middle.
You'll be conflicted.
You'll be conflicted.
Yeah. You'll be taking 30 minutes to make a decision.
So, okay. That's right.
That's so fucked up.
That makes sense. I don't have
deer caught in the headlights. What should I do?
I don't have
Sir, sit down. We're trying to start the interview. I don't know if I should stay or should I go.
I guess I don't have ADD. It's just my combined races are conflicting based on bullshit stereotypes.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, stereotypes exist for a reason.
All right, so
Yeah,
let's get back.
stereotypes have a biology.
Let's get back. Let's get
Bourdain
back.
and,
So
Kate
it was.
Spade.
It was. What was it? 3 days ago, they found Kate Spade. She hung herself with one of her handbags.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but that's
so fucking.
Look. All right.
Wait,
and also
she really did hung
she
herself
hung herself
on her
with one of
handbag?
her handbags off of the doorknob.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I
didn't
feel
know
like
that.
that's super staged. I don't believe for 1 minute that she killed herself. You can say whatever you want. We'll go back to the Chester Bennington Chris Cornell deal.
Okay.
Something's gonna come up later
Do you
where
think-
it's a conspiracy of some kind.
Rob.
I
Well,
really look how high.
Can I say something though? It wasn't just no. The facts are the facts. Okay, she hung herself with the handbag, but just the way you just came off saying it is like she hung herself with the handbag.
Oh, I laughed saying it.
Yeah, I know. I
It's-
wish I fucking filmed that too.
It's funny.
Oh
I mean,
my
I'm
God.
sorry.
Well,
Look.
facetious or morbid or not, like laughing's involuntary, like Bill Maher says. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
look.
true.
It's the definition of irony.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean.
I
Suicide.
laugh at fucked up part things too.
Suicide is not. It's not a laughing matter. It's not a joking matter.
Right.
You know, if you're having suicidal thoughts, please reach out to somebody.
Of course.
We'll post this with the number to the National Suicide Prevention Line. And you know, as somebody who's been in that spot before and been in that place, that's a very dark place to be.
Oh, yeah.
And it is not something to joke about. But on the flip side of that, it's a very selfish act. It's an extremely selfish act. It's a selfish thing to do. And I mean, if it was a true suicide, you know, I feel sorry for her family, for her friends that lost somebody. But if it was a movie, it'd be fucking funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would be.
I agree with you.
I mean, you're telling me that what's the
fashion
fucking
designer?
what's the goddamn guy?
Robin Williams?
No, not Robin Williams. The fucking Kung Fu: The Legend Continues.
Oh,
David Carradine.
David
That
Carradine.
fucking died with the autoerotic asphyxication.
Yeah.
Like he fucking hung himself with a belt, like trying to jerk off. And
I think he
stuff.
had a smile on his face.
That's fucking hilarious.
What was
I
he?
mean, you're
He went out like a god.
be honest with yourself.
That happened in
that's
that
fucking funny.
Robin Williams movie.
World's
Greatest Dad. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did the same thing.
And
His son. You ever?
his
I don't know
son
if you ever
committed
seen.
suicide with the belt.
Yeah.
On what's it called? On a doorknob, but he was jerking off.
Yeah, the same way.
Yeah, same
Maybe
way.
she was jerking off too. I don't know.
Have you guys ever heard of
That's
Kate?
very
Have
plausible.
you guys ever heard of Kate Spade before the whole
No.
incident?
No,
I have
I've
not.
never.
Yes,
I've
I'm
not-
married.
Oh yeah,
So,
exactly.
I
Why
never-
is it? Because the only way I know about Kate Spade is that I got fucking China during my wedding. You know, with the
wrestler?
The gifts. China.
That's a hell of a wedding gift.
Plate settings. China
Yeah.
designed by Kate Spade. And that's the only time I
Oh.
ever heard of Kate Spade.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got her confused with that one designer in City Center, Kendra Scott. So I thought,
Yeah.
Kendra Scott killed herself. Oh, cool. No, not cool.
Jesus, man! 2 for 2, fellas.
You thought mine was bad.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way.
Raph,
Goddamn.
me and Raph are next
I
eventually.
know, right? We haven't said
when's it
anything
gonna
so
happen? I don't know.
offensive.
Hey, we haven't talked about Anthony Bourdain
I
yet.
hate that damn store in City Center. There's no parking.
Saving
But I wasn't trying
lives
to be morbid here.
on
Yeah, I'll take
the
one
air.
But yeah, I didn't mean it that way. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Absolutely, you did.
Daniel Tosh said something, you know, pretty interesting on one of his stand-ups. Like he said, like I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, it's like I know it's like a lot of people say you can't joke about this and that. He's like life is full of tragedies. We know that. We all been through that, but I like to find the humor in whatever and just
I
comedy.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He says like almost a quote. He says, if you've ever said this phrase, there's nothing funny about whatever, know that you and I will never be friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Because anybody who's gone through their life and not had some kind of tragedy or some kind of heartache or heartbreak or sickness or illness or death or cancer or whatever, if you can't go through it and find the humor in it later, then what kind of life have you led?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's always somebody with some kind of struggle, and it's terrible that there's people that are struggling through life all the time, and nobody knows anybody else's struggles really, unless you're like super good friends with them. So I mean, and the fact that she felt that had to happen, I mean, that's really shitty, but I feel like she probably felt that way for a reason. So I mean, moral of the story is, you don't know other people's struggles, so quit being shitty to each other, I mean, just be a decent fucking human being and just realize that everybody's going through a struggle.
You just gotta laugh at everything, man. Just laugh.
And you gotta be able to
comedy
with a fucking smile.
Like Daniel Charles, he's morbid with his jokes. There's one joke that he said about the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He's like, he goes over there and like tells the guy
Good thing you got this in now.
Yeah, the kid with that, wish for him.
17.
He's like, it's my fucking Saturday, right? He's like, don't fucking cough on me, motherfucker.
And the best part about that bit is he goes, don't feel bad for that kid. Later on in the day, he told me I was his third pick, and to this day, I don't know if he was fucking joking or not.
that guy's great, man. Yeah. But no, it's the truth. It's all comedy, it's just laugh.
Anthony Jeselnik is another great.
Exactly.
Paul introduced me to him. He's another great comedian that does morbid jokes.
I don't like his delivery a lot of times.
No, but
he's hilarious. He's got some really funny ones, but
I like how the stories are misleading. Like the one he talks about, what's it called, domestic abuse in his family. He's like, my dad used to get, I used to annoy my dad a lot, but I knew when I got over the line and he got really angry, he would take off his belt, and I would tell him, and I would think to myself, "There's nothing I can do to stop this." There's nothing I can do to stop him from slamming heroin. You think he's about to beat his kid? That shit, man, it caught me off guard. I was laughing for fucking hours.
That's his style of humor.
I love another one he does real quick. He takes his computer to get fixed at a Geek Squad or something. He's like, he's like the technician's like, I'm not gonna find any kiddie porn in here, am I? He's like, you condescending. He's like, no, you condescending nerd. That's why I need it fixed. That's fucking hilarious, man. Shit like that, but
just to get back on track. Okay, back on track. Anthony Bourdain. Were y'all any of y'all fans of him?
I don't even know about him.
I was an Anthony Bourdain.
It wasn't food related how he died.
It was so Anthony Bourdain wrote just to give everybody, if everybody doesn't know his backstory, just kind of knows who he is. He was a chef, kind of eccentric personality. Heroin addict for a little while. He wrote an article for the New Yorker that was entitled "Don't go out to eat until you read this," and it was just kind of like a very brilliantly written article about the hardships of restaurant life and being a chef and kind of the behind the scenes of what it is to be the cutthroat world of New York restaurants, and because that's where that's where people start their restaurants and stuff like that. From there, he turned that into a best-selling book, and then after that, CNN hired him to do about it. Well, I'm not sure which came first. He did a show for the Travel Channel called No Reservations, And that's where I first got introduced to him. And then he did a long-running show for CNN called Parts Unknown.
Then he did a shitty movie in Hitch.
And he's done so much. He did so much traveling. And I don't know if you've ever watched, if any of y'all ever seen his show, any of his shows. Mm-hmm. It's very like he just goes and asks simple questions, and he's just a very relatable person, and you could tell that like he was kind of no nonsense. He would tell people, oh, just shut the fuck up. You're quit being so eccentric. You're just making food for somebody to eat. You're not. Nice. And he was kind of the original rock star chef. And he wasn't really a chef. More so like a lifestylist, like he just kind of showed you like it was like a cool way to take in via food, which everybody can relate to, right. To take in different cultures and things around the world. He traveled the world, and there was one episode. I don't know if it was on Parts Unknown or no. I think it was on No Reservations. He goes to India, and they kill a cobra. Mm-hmm. And they cut out its heart, and it's still beating, and like they give it to him like a shot, like they all take like they swallow like this still beating cobra heart.
Oh god!
You know what I mean? And he had, like it says, no reservations about doing anything.
He was
a big fan. To give them sexual powers.
I don't remember what he talked about with that.
I do know he was he's like a fan of the hipster community. Like a lot of hipsters fucking knew who he was, and he
was not a fan of the hipster. They were a fan of his.
He was a fan. Yeah, no, exactly.
Nice.
The hipsters are a fan of him.
My kind of man.
Yeah.
That's my kind of chef.
Didn't he used to slam heroin? Was he a recovering heroin addict?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was ever a recovering heroin addict, but he was definitely a partaker of the
he did a lot of drugs. Huh? Yeah, he did a lot of drugs in his early years.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, he was, and I don't think that he ever talked about like, yeah, I'm a recovering addict. He was just kind of like a recreational user. Yeah. Like, this is like, oh yeah, this made me like enjoy my life a little bit more. Like,
that's how Seymour Hoffman died too, right?
Yeah, overdosed.
Yeah. Damn.
So
he overdosed.
I mean, Anthony Bourdain killed himself.
Yeah.
In France. So I mean, that's I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about that, because honestly, it's super fucked up. I mean, we'll go back to the suicide thing and just say, it's super fucked up, and it sucks that anybody would feel like that's their only answer, and I've been there, and you really do feel that way. But honestly, like the people that go through with it, and the first time, I mean, they meant to do it. I mean, that's honestly, that's the way it goes.
See, man, I've been reading Facebook posts today, and a buddy of mine, and I think Paul knows him. He suffers from depression. He's been through situations like that, and he also stated that, people say that call somebody, seek counseling, this and that, but the best counseling that people can get, like in his case, is his friends. And sometimes when he feels like he has to talk to somebody, it feels like the cancer's spreading to them. He doesn't want to burden them. He doesn't want to, disrupt them in their happy-go-lucky life with his negative shit. And that's why it's kind of tricky for in his case, to talk to people. So, those of you that are listening, in seriousness, minus the comedic level, that we bring, it's easier to said than done. Oh, talk to somebody, seek help, this and that. But I mean, those people that are suffering may feel uncomfortable talking. So how do you dance around that?
It's hard. Okay, I mean, it's hard to notice the warning signs of somebody who needs help but won't ask for help, because there's a big stigma over mental health in this country as it is. And I will tell you like that. I will tell you straight up, I have no problems talking about my own personal mental health issues, and we can take this as a serious note on this podcast. We do these every once in a while. I'm perfectly okay with taking a serious turn, because it may or may not help somebody that's listening to it. And I've struggled with depression for probably the past, 12, 15 years. I take antidepressants every single day of my life. It helps me cope. It helps me get through the day. If anybody doesn't know, I'm not shy about, I'm not scared about anything in my personal life. I have a daughter with a terminal illness. I wake up every day and have to deal with that. And it does take a toll on you, and it does cause you to have, you get depressed, and it's not just, hey, hey man, just feel better. A hand on the shoulder doesn't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to realize that I needed to talk to somebody and reach out and get help. But once I did, I tried a couple of different medications, and I found one that worked, and it helps, and it levels me out. And it's not that the depression goes away, it's that it becomes manageable. It's like quitting smoking. If you've ever quit smoking, every time you see somebody smoke, you want that cigarette. But if you've already quit, you have the ability to not take one. And it doesn't mean that the craving's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's not there. It doesn't mean that you don't think about it all the time. It just makes it manageable. It gives you a file cabinet to put it in, but you still have that. You still have it with you. It's definitely not easy. It's definitely not something that I walk around asking for sympathy for.
Right.
But I will definitely listen to anybody who feels like they're going through this alone, because they're not. I went through it alone. Like I said, I've been down that path of no return, and my wife has told me before multiple times that she's noticed that I have very strong will. I'm a very strong-willed person. I've quit multiple things just cold turkey. I've said on the podcast before, I've been a drug addict, and I stopped cold turkey. I just put them down. You're
very determined. I know.
Yeah.
It's a matter of willpower, and when I set my mind to do something, I just feel like I have to do it. So, and that's once I made the realization that I needed help. I stood in that position, and I sat there at the end and turned myself around. And it can be done. It's very hard. I don't expect that everybody can do it, because if everybody could do it, then there would just be a book out there that you could read, or somebody you could talk. But if this podcast does nothing but this segment go so that somebody could reach out to any one of us, to me, if anybody needs somebody to talk to about it, or needs to lighten their load, that's something that shouldn't be carried alone. And I was lucky, I was fortunate to have my wife, and she is most definitely, she's my rock, and I lean on her a lot, and she helps shoulder that burden with me. But not everybody's that fortunate,
right?
And exactly. I recognize that. Yeah. So, I mean, if you can, and if you can be that person for somebody else, by all means, reach out and do that, because it's always the person that laughs the loudest. Well, not always, but it's a lot of the times the person that laughs the loudest that you
cry for help, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you never know who that person is until you really start. Every once in a while you may need to talk to one of your friends and be like, hey, is everything okay?
Right, yeah.
And sometimes, just, I do that with a bunch of my friends, sometimes you just have to unload and say, hey man, I just need to get together and have a couple beers and unload this. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And to top that off, on top of that, I think not top that off, but I think people just need to be nicer to each other, man. I think, this day and age, people are just too selfish about their own lives and this and that. It's me. When is this order gonna? They're gonna fulfill this order real, ASAP and this and that. It's just people need to
quit being shitty to each other.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, hey, how's your day? Just as simple as that. How's your fucking day been, man? My day was pretty shitty. Please ask why. I can tell you.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that nobody. I mean, like you said, a lot of people just they don't care. They don't.
No, well,
but you know what? Nobody really cares. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do care. But
what you mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people cannot care. You cannot care. You know what I mean? But still be like if Paul was like, man, my day's been really shitty. I would most definitely be like, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And he could say, nah, it was just bullshit at work, just drama at work. And that may open him up and start talking about something. Or he may really want to talk, and he may not want to talk right that second. But
that's when you choke his ass and like, fucking talk to me, motherfucker.
You know what I mean? It's
no, you're right.
You know what I mean? You have to pay attention to people's reactions and pay attention to people in general, and just it'll come out if you. A normal person, or a good person, can recognize that in somebody else pretty easily.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just lack of self awareness. People don't realize what they're doing, and to themselves or other people, and basic what's called psychological behaviors, and just understanding things in general, like especially acceptance. I had that. When I was seeing my psychologist, that was like one of the hardest things I had. A problem I couldn't. I just always wanted acceptance from everybody. I always like to be nice to everybody and just try to be friends. But then when somebody turns me down, it's like, well, what the fuck did I do? And it'd be so bad I'd lose sleep over it. I really would. But I'm not no more. But it just, some people are just not gonna like you. Yeah, whatever. You don't have to do jack shit, nothing. They just don't like you.
Yeah, like Tom Segura says, man, some people suck.
Yeah. Just know that. And
the quicker you come to realize that there's people that are going to hate you, like right now, Paul.
Yeah. You hate me.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
But no, there's people going to hate you. And it's like for instance, me, I'm trying to do this videography deal, right? I'm trying to record shit. Mm-hmm. People I know if I post this shit on YouTube, people are going to be like, oh, your lighting sucks. Yeah. You have too much ISO in your shit.
Yeah.
Cool. Fine. Great. I mean,
thanks for the constructive criticism.
Exactly. Just take it like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah. You can, the whole acceptance thing, that can apply to anything, everything we do.
I don't like the way you fucking squeal on your guitar.
Anything.
I don't like the pinch harmonics.
Being serious though, like going to a job interview, they're going to turn you down. Oh, just they're not going to accept you. Oh, go and do an audition for a role. Well, they're not going to accept me because just there's something about me they don't like. Whatever. Right. This chick I'm talking to. Oh, she doesn't like, maybe she don't like short guys. Oh, I'm out of here. That's it. Just not going to accept you. That's it. Yeah. Right. Everybody's got their individuality and background and preferences. But
so. I think that was
really fucking
party.
Deep.
Yeah. I mean, that was a pretty deep,
deep segment right there, guys.
Yeah, it was.
We were,
but I mean, we are gentlemen first.
Yes,
we
good
are.
point, sir.
But we are gentlemen
you
first.
Be a doll and beer me, please.
Yes,
hey,
I'll take one. Now we're gonna get to the no class part of the segment of the show.
Hey, make sure you open out with your belly button, huh?
Now we're gonna get to the no class part.
But
you can have these shitty Coronas all day.
Thank you. I don't mind drinking them.
I know you don't. You brought them.
I know.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but the rule of the studio is no glassware.
I figured, but they didn't have Coronas in cans.
There's a reason for that.
Why? What was the reason?
Because they're not allowed in here. No, they do make Coronas in cans.
I know they didn't have them where I was at. Unless I would have been 30 minutes.
Come to the white side of town and they have them over here.
The white privilege guys.
Shit.
They have them in glass and aluminum.
All right. Just real quick, one more thing, current event stuff. There's been a couple of movie event news. I just wanted to kind of touch on a couple of things.
Okay.
Dave, Solo is kind of bombing at the box office. So
I figured. I haven't heard much of that.
But they have announced that a Boba Fett movie.
I heard that. That's awesome.
That's going to be a Boba Fett movie.
Nice, man.
A Boba Fett solo movie.
That has to be good.
They're doing an Obi-Wan Kenobi solo movie.
I did not hear that.
Yeah. They're also...
Ewan McGregor's going to be playing him?
I don't know. Ewan. His name is Ewan.
Oh, Ewan. Fucking. This is America.
America. Well, he's Scottish, so... he has expressed interest in doing it, so I don't know. It'd be interesting... Because anyway, that's I could veer off on this.
You ever seen that picture that goes around and it's Obi-Wan Kenobi and everyone like this is Jesus Christ?
Oh yeah, it's him from episode 2 on like on the mantelpiece and everybody. Yeah, I've seen that.
I went to a Wells Fargo. I had to do a job in a men's restroom. They had a fucking a picture frame of what's it called?
Of Obi-Wan?
What's it called? Playing from episode 2. What's it? Ewan McGregor, right?
Yeah.
In the fucking bathroom, but a picture frame. Like, what the fuck is this?
Somebody there is a Star Wars fan or a Reddit fan.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, exactly. I knew what it was exactly. Just that being there in the fucking at work. What the fuck?
I'm looking forward to both of those.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
A couple other things that they've that are coming up that I'm really looking forward to. Aquaman comes out soon. Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out soon.
Fucking DC needs to get their shit together.
That ship has sailed, bro.
They're
behind the ball.
Mark, speaking of which, you know who else is getting
Oh shit! Here we go. He heating up
from DC.
Who?
Fucking Jared Leto's Joker.
Oh, I heard that, but he's not playing the Joker.
He's not?
No.
Well, thank God. But why would you do? No, because there's the
you talking about the Origins?
The Joaquin Phoenix.
The Joaquin Phoenix one.
Yeah, but there's also going to be another one, the Suicide Squad Joker standalone. I heard Jared Leto's Joker.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I heard it was based on
check me.
Jared Leto's
They should
Joker.
have.
There's going to be 2 Joker movies coming out.
Okay, well then the one with Jared Leto should be Joker the movie.
Joker movie, exactly.
So
Joaquin Phoenix one is going to be good.
Hopefully.
Have you seen?
Part of
Have you seen the Tommy Wiseau Joker tape?
No.
Of him auditioning as a Joker.
He really auditioned for a Joker.
I don't know that
shit.
it was an actual audition, but he dresses up like the Joker and does like a Joker.
My hero.
You know who I think should be the Joker? Tommy Wiseau. He's ultra convincing. Like
ultra convincing.
That could put a twist on it. And that could actually work, I think, because he
doesn't have to act. He doesn't have to act. He's crazy as fuck. So
whoever plays I forgot. There's so many doctors from Doctor Who, but the latest Doctor, I think,
the 12th Doctor.
Like, I don't know.
Cumberbunch?
No. He has that smirk to the Joker and like pointy cheekbones.
David Tennant.
I don't know. Maybe
you're not talking about Kilgrave from Jessica Jones.
Fucking no, dude. I'm just saying.
This is not a Doctor Who podcast. We're not going down that fucking tunnel. All right.
Thank God.
Anyway, couple other movie announcements that are cool shit that's coming up. There's a lot of. Well, I heard that Batman lost their director.
Yeah, they did lose their director.
Damn.
DC, get your shit together. You hear me? goddammit.
I'm telling you, what's it called?
I've seen some set pictures from the Shazam movie.
I heard about that.
Zachary Levi is going to be playing Shazam. Looks pretty true to form to the comics. I have also the big thing for me that I saw this past week was leaked promo art for Avengers 4.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, leaked promo art from Avengers 4 has Hawkeye in it with the
a bunch of Hawkeye,
all the Hawkeyes,
like the one,
like the one Jacob posted before we went to Avengers Infinity War. It's Hawkeye as the character Ronan, who's not the Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy. Ronan with an I, and he's just like a bigger, badder Hawkeye kind of thing. He's just kind of a hardcore Hawkeye. But it also shows like the Hulk not as hulkish, kind of slimmed down, like wearing a shirt and stuff. So the rumor is that like Bruce Banner kind of learns how to control the Hulk and be Bruce Banner as the Hulk.
Interesting.
Nice.
So and not just like Hulk smash, but like be in control.
Is that in the comics at all? I don't know.
Yeah. That happens in the comics.
Okay, so-
Hell, in the comics, Bruce figures out how to separate himself from the Hulk.
Yeah.
And then he
I don't know.
rejoins
Then
himself.
there's a Red Hulk.
Well, but the Red Hulk is not the Hulk. That's General Thunderbolt Ross.
Oh, okay.
Thaddeus Ross, the general from the movie that's chasing. Like he figures out how to.
Okay.
And he becomes the Red Hulk.
Anyways,
So
hold on.
No, but
I got something to say though.
the analogy for that would be the dick is halfway hard instead of not too soft, but not too hard.
Hulk smash hard.
But he's getting there. He's hanging
getting
there.
Man.
I got something to
got
say
it.
though. Captain Marvel, I think it's gonna blow fucking Wonder Woman out of the fucking park.
Oh
yeah?
It is.
Brie Larson
Really?
is
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Is that ass?
Yeah,
That's
she's
not there?
not just that. It's
Brie
just-
Larson doesn't really have the great ass, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
doesn't
Because
really-
she doesn't
yeah.
have it. Because it
doesn't
compared
really have a-
Tom
like a-
Holland's ass to
Compared
hers.
Tom Holland's ass.
Teacher's ass.
Tom
We
Holland got an ass like an
Hell
11-year-old boy.
I'm there with you, Tom. I got
nah,
the same type of ass.
But still,
going.
though, she's still my woman.
Like a midget's ass.
Yeah.
Speaking of midgets,
Why do you think?
so Brian's birthday.
Who's Brian, by the way? I know who
he
Brian is, but
got-
for the
he
people.
got
Brian,
one for his
Brian's my
birthday?
best friend. So Brian's my
what?
best friend.
You hear that, Paul? You hear that, Ralph? You mother fucker.
I was
happy.
I was the best man at his wedding. Was I even in your wedding?
You told me you
There you go.
weren't even going to show up, and then you showed up.
Damn.
I was the life of the party at your wedding. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
punched you at the party.
Okay, so Brian. Yes,
So Brian's birthday was last week on the 30th. So this past weekend, his wife threw a 90s themed brewery tour.
Oh, nice.
We rented this party bus, which is way better than the bus we got from my bachelor party, which is what I was expecting. I was expecting that red
nice.
mustard bus to
it
show
wasn't
up.
a bus. It wasn't
Yeah.
a party bus. It was
This-
just a bus.
Yeah, so the
Hey,
bus that
Brian
he
got
got
it.
is
School bus.
I'm going to name drop this guy because I really enjoyed his business. It's called Cool Bus Houston. I think you can just go to coolbushouston.com.
Nice, okay.
It's an old converted school bus, like a small bus, like a short bus, like a short bus.
Nice. That was
Do they have a
great.
sound-
Super
Soundboard?
fucked up.
That was good. That was
Anyway,
good.
so
Fucking soundboard, man. He got that
I
fucking.
mean, we're talking LED lights and shit in
Nice,
there.
nice.
We're, a cooler, trash can built in, and everything.
Built-in toilet.
He's like, feel free to walk around the bus while we're driving or whatever. He's like, I
Nice.
got handlebars. He goes, and in the back there's a vertical stability bar if you want to grab onto that. It was a fucking stripper pole.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, sunglasses with his
Yeah.
logos on them. And anyway, we went around to a bunch of breweries, and we went to Brash Brewing, and it was so hot they don't have AC. So like we were
Kinda
leaving there,
shit.
and everybody was like, a couple of the girls were like, "Man, I don't want to drink beer all day. Like, let's go stop at the liquor store." And I was like, "That's not going to be any better."
But that'll counter that
Yeah,
heat.
but they went and bought
They
like a
give them the
bunch of
kill.
bottles of cheap champagne, and they were drinking champagne and stuff. Anyway, while we were at the liquor store, this fucking midget is like, he walks into the liquor store over there.
Short people, I believe, is the
He's a fucking midget.
He's a midget.
All right,
the fuck
shut
up
the
about that
with
shit.
the political correctness.
Yeah, with that political correctness bullshit.
just
That's
got-
not
yeah,
an, like
yeah,
Bill
okay.
Burr says, that's not an insulting term. That's a table, that's a chair, that's a midget. I mean, that's...
Got it.
The guy walks in, he walks in, buys a bottle of booze, walks down the parking lot. He's like peeling it open with his teeth in the parking lot, pounds like half of it, sticks it in his back pocket, and just keeps walking.
Because he couldn't
Wobbles,
rip, 'cause he
wobbles
couldn't rip the
away.
wrapper
He
off with his
wobbles.
nubs.
He wobbles.
I don't know. I wasn't going that far, but I mean,
Hey, motherfucker, I'm joining the party here.
I was just saying that sometimes those wrappers on liquor bottles are pretty tough to get off. I have to use my teeth sometime, but I'm just saying it's not 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm pounding a half a flask of vodka walking down fucking Richmond. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with that?
Okay,
And it was hot as fuck outside. This guy, oh my god!
this midget.
So everybody on the bus was like, let's go scoop him up and put him on the bus. I was like, that is a grown man. Do not go fuck with that midget. I was like,
You need to ask. You need to
it's gotta
ask.
be hard enough to be a midget walking down the fucking street and
Well, it's hard not to be a midget.
With the
in general.
beer bottle in your back pocket.
no flask.
Well, there goes-
Glass, my bad.
one of the
That's
glass
consistency.
flasks of
Okay.
vodka.
There goes our midget fan base.
Was he wearing
Oh no, dude.
was he wearing
an Oompa Loompa
short-
outfit? No, he was not.
No shorts.
You would
that,
think.
No shorts that are for what's it called? That
No,
are
he
for
was
children
wearing,
that
he
are
was
with
wearing
their pants.
and
But
they were rolled up.
But no, that's what I'm
Nice.
saying. Oh, that's what I'm saying. The
They
shorts
may have been jorts
equaled
that
out.
he rolled up
Balanced
into
out.
regular
Jorts.
pants.
That's very
No, hey,
deep. Go ahead.
He was
I
quite.
got
He was.
something,
He
though.
was quite short.
Speaking of
Yeah.
midgets, I was looking at videos on Facebook. and I
Midget
came-
porn? Oh,
no,
sorry.
I came across this.
I was looking
this
at
video.
videos of midgets fucking big black cocks.
Well, anyway, this video.
Damn.
I don't know if you know that Rav is into
It's
that.
like coming out their mouth. One way.
Sick fuck.
God damn it.
No, but,
Got me at that
I was looking at this video, and this guy, he's an advocate weed smoker. Because I forgot what the title was. Anyhow, this guy though, he's a midget, has no hands.
Speaking of that, before you leave, you have shit in my car you need to get.
Oh yeah, that's right. Anyhow, he's a midget. He has no hands. Only has like little thumbs, right? And he's over there.
Hold on, he's all thumbs.
Yeah, all he has like
all he has
thumbs.
is two little nub thumbs.
Yeah, little nub thumbs.
Okay,
no hands, right? And the dude is just talking about like, yeah, we're about to smoke some weed, blah blah blah. Like he's taking a rip out of the fucking bong. He's like, all right, now it's time to roll a blunt. I was like, no fucking way, this guy's rolling a blunt. It takes me a long time to roll a blunt. This motherfucker, like nobody, like just like without hesitating whatsoever, puts out the fucking blunt wrap. Fucking starts throwing weed in there. Fucking even throws a tip in there. Just starts doing this with his
tip.
like
Nice.
Yeah, just starts rolling his hands together like that. And all of a sudden he starts licking it. Rolls a perfect blunt. I'm like, this motherfucker. I turned off the fucking phone. I was like, time to go to my room and practice.
That motherfucker can do it. I can do it.
So
how was your trials with your vape dick going?
I fucking gave it to Raph.
The whole thing
Yeah.
with the vial of shit with
But
it.
he smoked like all of it. There was like what's it called?
All of it? No.
Well, no, there was some left. There
was like
left.
half left.
No, less than half.
Don't call me a drug addict.
Less than half.
No, I was just gonna say, Rob, that was a very detailed story. Thank you for the invite, Brian. But
why did you interrupt?
Let's go scoop him up.
Why did you invite? Interrupt.
I mean, you were there for Rob's mustard bus.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
We were there.
That was really fun.
All the guys, picture this, folks. We're at a stoplight, drunk as shit. Now that shitty mustard bus. Rob and most of his friends
buy that
and
mustard bus.
Yeah, well,
they had in front of my fucking house.
They had the
Just
windows
go out there
down.
And drink all the time.
We're at a stoplight. There's a restaurant across the street, and there's some people that are just waiting at the light nearby too. And they're all yelling like, "Woo, baby, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, hey, how you doing, honey?" Blah blah blah. And then you got
I had nothing to do with
and
this,
then
by the
picture
way.
me, Jacob, and Eric Sutherland, our former drummer, in the back yelling, "Eat my fucking dick! Suck my," just fucking yelling that shit.
Well, everybody wanted to yell shit out the windows, and then nobody was like, "Oh, we might get in trouble." And then the driver was like, "We don't care."
We got
Oh my! As soon as somebody
It's a
said,
free for all. Woo!
fucking Paul jumped out of his chair so goddamn fast that window flew down.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, baby, how about some dick?" I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god!"
not even just. It wasn't even sexual. It was like like I said, eat my fucking dick.
We
Hey,
have to
suck
describe-
that dick.
we have to
Fuck you,
describe-
fat fuck.
We
Like
have to describe the mustard bus, though. If we're going to be talking about the fucking
yeah.
mustard bus.
The
Nothing
the
sexual.
mustard bus is a proprietary organization of Rice University. I don't know that it still is, but
this is actual
the
info.
story of this bus was we were trying to get a party bus for my bachelor party. I wasn't, but I wasn't in charge of this. But I'm so glad that it came together like this. It was just our style.
Rob saw
The
that.
bus was kind of a party bus that Rice University put together. It's an old school bus, and when I say old, I mean late 70s, early 80s at least. That a band called Mustard, they built this into their tour bus. So there was the front part of the bus was kind of like couches and benches made out of plywood, no cushions. The second part of the bus was like a kitchenette kind of area, like hangout area, and then the back part of the bus was bunks, basically, and then more seats further back than that, right?
Right. Yeah. It was more
I didn't venture that far back.
Yeah, that's what we.
Yeah, because that was our domain. We took over that area.
There's also a toilet there.
Oh, there was a toilet in there.
They said do not use it, but
Do not
Paul
use
used it.
$40 down the drain.
Number one and number two.
Number one, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I got some class.
By definition, we don't have class.
We're not going to get to the main segment of this podcast.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is going to be a 2-part podcast. I'm almost positive.
It's all right.
This is gonna be a
It's
2-part
okay.
podcast.
But yeah, we were in the back. Like I said, the guys were being sexual up front, yelling stuff like that, and we were non-sexual in the sense where we're just saying, "Eat my fucking dick." That's not sexual. We're just eating a dick. And suck
How
thy
is
dick,
eating a dick
fucking
not
tree,
sexual?
Fuck
I know.
a tree dick.
I know, right?
No, like, okay,
Did
no.
you just say? Hold on, hold on.
up, I'm
Did you
talking-
just say fuck a tree dick?
This is my
Yes.
world, and this is how it's gonna be, fellas.
Listen, man.
We yelled
The
all
premise
that
of-
shit, and but fucking was said, but it was not involved.
Listen. Back in the day, it was off the walls, and like
Yeah.
we would say
That was almost 10 years ago.
no. We'll say
yeah, damn, no shit, yeah.
yeah, but we would say I
Next
fuck
year.
in whatever action
Yeah.
that we're yelling to.
Yes.
What they're doing, like for instance, they're
Go on.
they're walking on concrete. I fuck parking lots. Or I fuck concrete.
I fuck sidewalks.
I fuck sidewalks.
I
And
fuck
then,
they're wearing a
I'm
yellow
pretty-
mini
yeah,
I'm pretty
skirt.
sure
Yellow
Paul
shirt,
threatened to fuck some lady's dog while she was walking it that night. Woo! I fucked that dog while you're walking it. No,
I think so.
Jesus.
But see, we said it with better class, but like Jacob said, I would actually said, "Woo! I fuck dogs with that kind of leash you got there." Something like that, yeah. Like,
One of the
anything.
most used one was I fuck pressure washers. Right? Right? That was one.
Or yellow
No,
shirts.
the guy was wearing. He was so if we get the story right, he was at a gas station pressure washing the oil stains of his gas station. He was wearing a yellow shirt. You would think I would say I fuck pressure washers, but I told him I fuck yellow shirts because he was wearing a yellow shirt.
It was a twist, baby, a twist.
Plot twist.
Yeah,
So-
because I remember 'cause me and Jacob would see this guy like after practice and when we were in Tomorrow's Goodbye,
Yeah.
and we would see him maybe a couple of times a week. And he got used to us, and yeah, we said it so many times. He expected us one night. He just stood up and looked at us and had his palm in the air like this.
He gave a dap. He gave us.
He
props.
gave us, yeah,
Oh,
I guess
it was
so.
fucking Breakfast Club style.
Exactly.
Don't you
Yeah, it came on.
forget about me.
It came on as soon as he did that.
Don't.
I love your vocal range.
Ultra Judd Nelson.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But if you see something, folks, just say that you fuck it. That's it.
Say when you see us, say I fuck gentlemen no class.
Come on,
There you go.
cards. All right.
Just don't say, I fuck. Yeah. Yeah, just maybe be careful on certain things. Though.